Okay. I think it's going to be good. Oh no. You know what I didn't do? I never turned it around. There we go. Okay. All right. Hello, you guys. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Whoever's here. Hey, Caitlin. Look at you. You're here right at the beginning. Wow. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Caleb and Michelle. Hey, guys. Ah, all right. I started the video and I didn't realize it was facing the opposite direction. And I was like, oh no, I'm about to have one of those technical difficulties. But it's okay, we're all good. I got it switched over before the video started up. Hey you guys, hey Lindsay and Kelly and Jessica. Shuyun, is that right? Shuyun? Did I get it right? Did I get it right? Good, awesome. I'm glad you guys can hear me. Okay, well, I'm gonna jump right into this just so we can get started and all that fun stuff. So, Shu Wen. Oh, it's so close. Shu Wen. Okay, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get it, I promise you. So today we are working on Week in the Life 2020. So the actual week in the life when that occurred was back in May of 2020. So it was the week of May 11th to May 17th, which is really cool because my husband's birthday is on the 17th of May. So the week covered up to like his birthday, and it was really fun. It was fun to document that. So I did all my photography. I did a bunch of journaling. Some of it I actually typed up, like full-length journaling. I did actually for Monday and Tuesday, and then all the rest of the days I fell off the bandwagon, but I took very extensive notes, and so I have been working on taking those notes and turning them into journaling by reviewing what I had jotted down, and then also looking at the photographs that I had taken and timestamps and stuff like that. So just trying to piece together what happened during that week and try to get the journaling done for the rest of the days of the week. So I currently have up to Thursday completed with journaling and photos. I have 3 more days to go. I'm hoping to get all of that like ready this week so that the next couple of lives, my content is just ready to go. It's just turning the camera on and putting the thing together. So that is where we are starting. So today, my plan is to do Monday and Tuesday inside of this album. I also, my album itself is broken, so I found the pieces to fix it. So I'm going to show you guys how I fix these albums when they come, where like the, you'll see it when I turn you guys around, but the piece that holds the, what do I want to call that? The ring binder piece is detached from one of the rivets in the album itself. So I'll show you what I do for that. And I also have the pieces linked down below in case anybody wants to see exactly what those are. I got them off of Amazon. So that's that. So we're going to repair my album here, and then we are going to get to work on the first 2 days of Week in the Life. So that is pretty much my plan. If we end up with more time at the end, because we'll see, a lot of this is just embellishing. So if we end up with time at the end, I also just got my ColorCast Designs, what I want to say, subscription box in the mail today. So I'm thinking if we have time at the end, I may pull my stuff out of here and just kind of do a like by the seat of my pants planning process to figure out some stories to tell with this stuff so it doesn't just go into my stash and I never use it. So that is what we're going to do today. So I'm going to get you guys turned around and let's get into a Week in the Life. So just give me 2 seconds to get you guys rearranged here. And then we will be good to go. Okay. Make sure my cord's not in the way. All right, so here we are. Like a little bit. Let me see if I can move you just a tad. I think that will fix it. Maybe. It's hard to tell. Okay, I think that's better. That looks flatter anyways. Okay, so this is my album. I did get the yellow and white stripe album from Ali Edwards, and as you can see, the bottom is not attached. So I am going to start by taking everything off of here. I don't really want to mess up the order though, so I'm going to like just kind of place this all in a big pile. Before I started documenting Week in the Life, I did do a little bit of groundwork. So I created my dividers and just put in some of the cards, like I interspersed them throughout so that some of the decisions were made ahead of time, right? So it made it a little bit easier. Okay, so this is what I am doing. I have a tiny screwdriver, and these are the pieces that I ordered. I forget what they're called. I think it's like a post screw, something like that. So they come in 2 separate pieces, and you get a ton of them. Like, I'm gonna be able to repair albums for the rest of time. Maybe not. Hopefully I won't have to repair albums for the rest of time. But also, if I ever wanted to make one of my own, I totally could. So with these pieces, you get the, I believe in tool talk, it's called the male and the female piece. So you have the one that's got like the screw rivets on it, and then the other one is the post that it actually screws into. Now these are, I think they're like 6 millimeters, I believe. It's all in the description box. So if you guys are looking for a part like this, this is what I got. It's the exact same one as what I linked up down below. So I'm going to get both of those pieces out of this bag, and then I'm going to stuff it all back in here. And then this I store with a lot of my scrapbooking tools just so that it's, you know, readily available. Okay, so then we're going to take this part, which is what was actually on the album here, and I'm going to push it out. Because I don't need that part. So let's get it out of here. Come on. There we go. Okay. So that piece I just push right out of it, right? It's you can see where it's like, well, I can see it's hard to tell. But it didn't bend down right on this portion. So that's why it didn't hold it. So I'm tossing that in the garbage. Now I've got a hole here, and I'm just going to take this post portion and stick the post up through the back. So you can see like there's this spot where it goes. So we're going to push this in. It does take a little bit of elbow grease, so be aware of that. Actually, let me get in there. Okay, now let's try this again. So we're going to push this in through the back to the front. There we go. And it does look different. So like this one is like more polished and whatever, and this one's like flat, but I don't care about that. So I'm going to turn it over, and then I can stick this, which we'll see if I can get it on here. And if I can't, we'll just try to screw it on. Yeah, let's close that so I don't hurt myself here. All right, come on. The last one I had to do this to was actually, interestingly enough, the Week in the Life album from the previous year. Come on. Well, let's just see what happens if I put this piece on and if that holds it enough. It's not perfectly. Let's just do this and see what happens. So I'm going to screw this on from the front. Does that hold it enough? It kind of does. So it's not all the way down here. I probably could like put it on a really hard surface and push down, because I'm not really on a super stable. I use a card table, a tall counter size card table for my craft table. So it's kind of rickety, but I could definitely get that on there. Come on. Come on. Anyway, so this is what I traditionally use. I if the hole is different on this than the other ones, to fix these albums. It's like got to bend the, come on. Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it. I just needed to like wiggle it a whole bunch and bend the metal. Okay, wow, that was a workout. Okay, so I got it. So it's down. We're down. Okay. So then I can screw this piece on and we're fixed. So there we go. That's what I use to repair my albums. And I might need a better screwdriver to like tighten it for real, because it's still kind of loose. But there we go. So that fixes my album. Cool. Whoa. Okay. Okay, we got it. So let's put everything back on here. Anyway, so it's not like, you know, it obviously looks very different, but it holds it all stable. So I got the Week in the Life album back in 2019, and those were like a pink linen album. And my first one came and it was broken. So anytime you're ordering from a company, especially from Allie's company, if your album comes in and it's defective, reach out to their customer service team and they will replace it if they have extra stock left. And I believe a lot of times they hold back a little bit of stock just in case. That way they can replace anything that has a problem. Which is what I did. So I reached out to them. They gave me a new one. So I had a new album to use, and then I just had this broken one, and I was like, I really want to figure out how can I fix this, because I want to be able to use it. So I found these, I fixed it with these, and then that album is now my daughter's story album. So, you know, it worked out just fine. Okay, so that was a little bit of a workout, I'm not gonna lie to you. So yeah, so I got the replacement one, used it, but then fixed the original one and then had like a bonus album. So it was actually kind of awesome. This one, I opened it and it was broken, but I didn't open my album for like months after I got it because I just wasn't ready for it, which was my bad, because by then, you know, so much time had gone by, that I was like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, this is taking forever. Let's try to get chunks of this on here. Okay, so that hopefully starts you guys off with some tips, at least, about how you can fix these things. I had also ordered this other thing online. Like I tried to order a whole nother one of these, which I have. I have it right by my desk. But I didn't realize that these had different sizes. So I got a ring binder mechanism because I was like, well, maybe I can just replace the whole mechanism. But it is not the same. Like it's a lot smaller. So this is one of those things that I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll just hold on to that. And at some point I will make a mini album with it. Like that would be cool. So 2 years later and I still haven't done anything, but eventually maybe. Because that would be an interesting thing to try and make like your own mini binder album. Obviously the page protectors won't fit in it, so I'll have to figure something out for that. But I like working outside the page protectors anyway, so it would all be good. Okay. Yes. So Etienne, this is one of my favorite projects too, Week in the Life is. Normally, I like to finish it within like a week or two of the week actually happening. But this year, I don't know what happened. Like, maybe I'll just blame COVID. I don't know. But I just never got to it. And then, you know, all these other big projects were coming up. I never had time for it. So, you know, better late than never. Because I do cherish like all of the memories that you can put in these albums. We're almost there on these, you guys, almost there. So yeah, it is one of my favorites. Okay, we're there. So let's talk about the intro. So for the intro of my album, I am using the 4x6 This Week card. This was from the Ali Edwards mini kit. In terms of product, I did go look online to see what is still available in Ali's shop. Everything digitally is available. A lot of things physically are too, but the Ali Edwards designed Week in the Life physical kit is not. So the Kylie in Kentucky one is still available. The Ali Edwards one is not, which is where this one came from. Then I printed my journaling directly on the back of this card. To do this, I do have a tutorial. I believe I linked it in the description box because I knew I was going to be talking about it a lot today, for how to print journaling directly onto cards with either Photoshop or Microsoft Word. I use Photoshop, but I know a lot of people don't have that program. So when I was filming the tutorial, I was like, let me think of something that most people have. I don't have a Mac computer, so you know, it had to be something on a normal PC. So Microsoft Word seemed the right route to go. So I printed it directly on the card, and I'm just leaving it at that. For all of my dividers, I treated them all the same way. And that's one of my favorite things to do in a project like this, is to apply the same treatment to different elements. So for the dividers, I have one of these clear transparency numbers on every single day. So there's the 2 and then the 3. So they all have the number. In addition to the number, I took the rubber piece that had the day of the week on it. That might have been an add-on, and I do believe those are still available, as are these big numbers. So these and these are still in the shop. So I put the number on top of the transparency and then added a few little stickers. So I've got some tiny phrase stickers, which came from the sticker book here, which looks kind of like this. So I added that on there. I put a chipboard asterisk and then one of these tiny hearts, which I believe also came from this book. Yes. So that is what I did to start every day, and I won't have to do anything else. For the number itself, I attached it with my tiny attacher, and then I used red line tape on the back of my rubber piece, and that also helps to like stabilize it and hold it down. Okay, let me see if you guys have any questions while we're here. Going to say, yes. Do you have videos? I do not have a video for how I set this up, because I pretty much followed a lot of what Ali did, and then also I want to say like Morgan Beal did something like this that she showed on her Instagram, and that's where I got that idea from. I don't know. A lot of times I can just see something and try to replicate it a little bit. And so that's what I did pretty much for there. Then after I had my dividers done, I came up with a plan for how I wanted every day to flow, which let me grab that actually. Okay, so this was my plan. So I knew that I wanted to do my divider, and then I wanted to have a large photo that had like an overlay of the day on it, which I can show you this as I say it, because I have all my pieces here ready to go. This is my like Monday packet. Okay, so journaling wise, this is what I carried around with me to add all of my journaling to. So there is a page that's an hourly page. So I set a timer on my phone for every hour to remind me to go to my page and write down what we had been doing for that hour. So I did that every single day. And I have that for, for all of it. Then there is another page that tells what we ate, which is awesome because like I don't remember 8 months later, like I have no idea what we ate. And then there were observations, things I was grateful for, so gratitudes, overheard, which I use to put things that people said throughout the day, and then my favorite moment of the day. These 2 pages are available on Ali's blog, and I linked them in my description box because if you're looking for something to help you figure out what to journal in your day, this was fantastic. And it has made going back and doing my journaling so much easier than it would have been otherwise. Otherwise, I would have had to rely on photos, and I just wouldn't have the detail that I've got now that I'm going back through it. Then I made myself a photo checklist. So this I also included every day for myself. So I had, I wanted to take a picture to go along with the hour. So every hour for 12 hours, I took one photo at least. And my idea for that is to put it into a 2x2 page. So it's kind of like a capsule of what happened in that day. Then I've got an into list. So I wrote down things that each individual person was into at the time to do a flat lay photo of those things. And then I wanted to get certain spaces. So like their closet, their bedside table for each person in our family, the bedroom, what the bedroom looked like. I wanted to snap a photo on my phone of the weather for the day, a picture of our dinner, a picture of my coffee cup or my mug of the day, something on my desk, because I'm traditionally at my craft table every day. So what I was working on that day, and then some kind of group selfie. And that didn't happen every day, but as long as I got one for the whole week, I was happy about it. And then aside from that, everything else was just, you know, whatever additional notes I felt like writing. So another thing to note about my week in the life for 2020 is that I chose to go the route of focusing on one individual for each day. So Monday is basically my daughter's day in the life. And then Tuesday is my son's day in the life. Wednesday is for me. Thursday is my husband. Friday, I did our cat. And then on Saturday and Sunday, I just documented those as family days. And I'll have some additional things, like that's where I'll put photos of our mugs from every day, or the comparison photos of all of our closets, or, you know, our bedrooms. And I typically put those pictures every single year because those are spaces that change, right? Our bedrooms change, our closets change. I try to get things that I know over time are going to be different, because then when I look back at it, you can see the growth, and then you can also remember the past. So I did that. Now, for the page formula, this I wrote out beforehand. So I had an idea of what kinds of pictures I wanted to take and a general flow to my album. So then when I came back to it 8 months later, this helped me to pick out my photos and to make that process so much easier. So here's what we're doing. Some things are outside of the page, outside of the protector, and I used like a full page transparency to notate that for myself. So like this won't actually stay in here. Instead, I've got a full page photo, 2 of them that will go back to back. So this is the one that has this this piece from Allie. This was, what is that called? A layer template. This is a layer template. Again, if you have a program like Photoshop and you don't know how to do layer templates, this is something that I have done some tutorial videos for. I linked the very first one in that series in my description. So if you want to learn more about how to do layer templates, which are awesome for projects like this, they make things a lot easier, and like that is an embellishment in and of itself. You can check that out as well. So I am going to put the photo of Izzy here, and then this other photo, because Monday is all about Izzy. So this is going to go here. I figure what I'll do is I'll lay everything out in here, and then we'll actually put it together. So then the kit itself came with this card that says Monday on it. And so in this journaling spot, I talked about like that today was the today Izzy was the focus, and here are some general observations about her day. And I used my journaling from this observation section right here to put in there. So that made that easier for me to go back and just fill it out. And then I've just got some pictures. Like this was some artwork that we were working on that day together. On the back side, I've got a picture of Erin taking the kids, well, I mean, it was both of us, taking the kids for a walk that day. I had some space for an extra journaling card. So this one I actually did after the fact. I just filled this one out recently. This card is from the Storytelling Basics collection. And that collection too, by the way, has colors that go very well with the Week in the Life product. So there's that as well. And this, I talked about how important it's been for us to go outside because, you know, this is like in the midst of the pandemic, that is super important for us. So that's going to go there. I've got another layer template. So this one is a 4-1. That's just going to go in this page protector. So we'll stick this in. So this will give you an idea. So every single day is going to be set up the same way, where we've got the outside of the page protector, the 4x6s, a 6x8 layer template, and on the back of that is going to be the start of my journaling. So again, this was a layer template. I clipped a photo inside of this half circle, and I'm doing the same exact one for every single day. It'll just have different photos behind the today's story. So this I will cut out and put in that spot. So that's going to be a journaling page here. And then I am, you know, a wordy person. So let's grab that one from before. So I've got like 3 pages of journaling for every person. So, because I like to go into detail. I find it really fun and interesting to go back and read the details of our life, because especially right now, although I have a hard time believing that it will ever change where things don't drastically change year to year. I shouldn't say drastically, but things like, there are significant changes every single year in our life, and a project like this, really helps to highlight that. So then I've got a 2x2 page that I'm going to put pieces in, and I'll show you that process here in a second. This is where I did the photo every hour, which goes this way. A photo every hour. So this is like Izzy's whole day in photos. Then I've got a routine card. So this is like in general, outside of just Monday, like what is her routine day to day today. And then on the back of that is the flat lay of the things that she's into or was into. Honestly, she's still into all those things. So that's cool. Okay, so then, sorry, I'm just trying to check out here and see if you guys have any questions or anything. So then I've got 4 of the 2x2s. So this is going to be photos and some journaling cards. I've got 2 photos of Izzy to go in here, and these will be set up exactly the same. And then the area where we had the overheard, so the quotes from the day, I created my own journaling card. This is from the digital version of the Listen Story Kit, which I should have linked, but I didn't. The digital stamps, I believe, are always available. So I took the digital stamp, I added overheard this conversation, and then it has these little like speakers. So I added 3 speakers for every day, and I wrote down 3 things that they said. So that will go in here as my overheard for the day card. And then the back side, we've got more photos. I've got a journaling, or this is just a filler card. So they're going to have filler cards. I did get the Kylie in Kentucky kit as well. So some of these come from that. This was one that came in the kit, which was the gratitude. And I used my gratitude journaling to fill out my gratitude card. So it just, having everything in one place just made it a heck of a lot easier. So that will be that. And then I've got this page, which these I created before the week, and then I filled them out at the end of the day. So I've got some and most. So like some days you do this, but most days you do that. And the back of this is just going to be one last photo. Now here is something that I didn't think about when I was setting this up, that I have to think about now. And that is that the rubber, when rubber touches a photo, so like if this sticks on the photo for a long period of time, it will create some coloring issues over time. So I need to come up with something that I can put here. It may be a 4x6 card or something, so that my photo is protected from this rubber. So I got to think about that. What I do have for Monday at the very least is I do have the artwork pieces. I kept them that Izzy and I did on this day. So for this day at the very least, I am going to put these back to back, put them in a page protector, and I will probably just fuse it so that it fits perfectly right in there. And then that will be the last piece. So we'll have this artwork and that will protect it. But for the rest of the days, I have to think about that. But what am I going to do to protect these photos from this? If I were to do this all over again, I would probably have put my photo on this side and then put this journaling on the opposite side, but it's already hole punched, so you know, too little too late. So that is that, just something to think about. That's not a bad idea to just put a piece of transparency. I mean, that's really not a bad idea because I got to do something, right? Like I don't want my photos to get ruined, so that is that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to put this stuff together and embellish it. Now that you understand the flow, you see how I came up with it, you see how I printed everything, where the journaling came from, all of that. And I will see what else you guys are talking about as I get this all out. Creative Cloud, yes. Okay, so we'll put this to the side for now. All right, so we're gonna get started with adhering some of this stuff back to back. So I'm gonna do something kind of crazy. I feel like I need to clean this with like a baby wipe because it's got adhesive stuff on it, but this side's safe. So we'll just use this for now. Okay, so I am going to just use, for this, I'm going to use a lot of score tape because I could use my roller tape. They both work fine, but in the, I have a lot of score tape, and to just not use up a ton of my roller tape, I'll save that for other things. I especially like to use my roller tape when I have something that's an odd shape that you can't, it's not a straight line. But I don't have a problem with score tape. I like it, so it doesn't bother me. But just FYI, I'm probably going to use a bunch of it because it's, I just have a bunch of it. I like to use both the 1/4 inch and the 1/8 of an inch. I honestly don't really have like a true reason why. Aside from the 1/8 of an inch is really great when you're making pockets. Okay, so we're going to stick this back to back. Sorry, concentration. These are like slightly not the same size. Okay. All right, so then I can trim. There's like a piece of this that's not quite, I must not have cut it straight. One of them at least. Okay, so that's that. And we're gonna hole punch it so that we know where the hole punches go, which they go on this side. Yes. I do have the 6 hole punch. This I got off of Amazon. Again, I'm not sure if it's, I try to link these things in all my videos before I get on here, like all the things that I probably will use. So it may be down there, or, it also may, may not. But I try to put it in all the videos that I can. It's the same one Allie uses. And a lot of people, I think a lot of people use that 6 hole punch. Okay. So now the key to this is going to be, the key to this is going to be embellishing lightly, which is what I like to do with these kinds of projects. So I will put, I've got, I've got these numbers that it doesn't really need the number because this is going underneath the transparency. So I can pull this up and we'll put it in. So yeah, this is going to go in here like that. And then this number goes on top. So we've got like the number there We can flip it open and we've got the photo. So I've got some things kind of sectioned off already. I've got some chipboard hearts. Well, actually, this is the chipboard set that came with Allie's. I believe I've got asterisks. These, I think, are the storytelling. Oh, I actually have these ones. Let me use those ones. Those are from the Week in the Life, so let's use those. Got that. And this. Okay, so I'm thinking, for now I might just leave that as is. Like I might not put anything on there. But this, I kind of want something up in the corner. When there's a lot of space like that, I really like to utilize it to, you know, put something big in there. Maybe. Memories of right now. I should probably pull this over so we can see how it lines up, because it's going to be these all together. So we could go, today looks like this. This one, I have the sticker book, which is what I'm thinking for something on this 4x6. Like new. We already know it's Monday because it says Monday up there. Got some of those. Story of this day. What all is in here? Some labels. Wonder, can I like rip these out? Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Makes it easier for me to see what I'm doing here. Okay, I kind of like maybe that pink one. Let's play with that for a second. All right, so we could put this up there. Let me get rid of that so I can see better the scale. Like I kind of like that. Okay, and then this piece down here, thinking not you. What else do I have up here? I also like to keep my options. Like this is actually quite a bit of stuff. So like I will not pull anything out from my other stash because there's just no need. You know, there's just no need to pull out anything different than what I've already got. And you know what I kind of like is, what if we've got some peach here, this and that. That's cute. The stuff of life. You know, I have these ones. What did these say? Teacup, little details. This is love right now. Love this. Anyway, I was going to say, I kind of like the idea of putting, like what color do I want to do here? Maybe gray to tie in the gray from her. Putting that like over on the M or on the Monday. I like that. I like this. And none of that. None of that. I'll put a chipboard piece on another big one later. Let's grab, where'd that go? So maybe I want a phrase sticker. Let me just pull some of these sheets out. That'll make things so much easier, right? The story of right now. So there's hearts. Hearts are kind of cute. Oops, I think I bent that weird. Okay, so I could do like a heart down here with maybe a phrase sticker on top. I kind of like that. Let's go for it. Let's just go for it. Okay, so I like to use tweezers to help me put things on straight because my, you know, fat fingers and all. It's hard. Okay, we're gonna eyeball this. Ugh, okay, I think that's probably good. Hopefully. So we've got our sticker there. Today, capture life. Let's grab this guy out. We'll put the little asterisk on there. Just keeping it simple. especially when working on a project like so far after after it's already happened. Like, you might as well just make decisions and stay by them, right? Okay, so I kind of like the idea of, what do we got? It's all in the details. Ordinary day, week in the life, for the record. This is my normal, the stuff of life documented. Is there anything like, this happened, this matters. Today was great. How about just today was great? So we'll layer those guys on top of each other. The nice thing about this sticker book is they're really thin, so it doesn't add like tons of bulk to these pages. Okay. Today was great. Which is also odd because I like dimensions, so it feels like super flat. I'm like, what if I don't have nearly enough of these, like, oh, yeah, Although then we got a heart and a star and a that. I don't know about that. What about one of these wood ones? Maybe. Or I could do a bigger asterisk, right? So we could go with the, like, red, since the Monday is in red. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's do it. Okay. So we're going to call that good. So yeah, I talked about my journaling. I talked about Izzy being the focus of the day, some observations. I talked about how she's like a take it slow kind of person, and I am not a take it slow kind of person. But you know, that we could maybe take a page out of her book sometimes. That she's also a completionist like Erin and me. Like, she can't handle things being incomplete. And I can totally relate to that. That she turns into a picky eater after 5 p.m. That the rest of the day she'll eat anything and everything, but after 5, you know, we're picky now. And that she has a fear of saying the wrong thing, which we noticed that because we did a lot of Zoom calls with family during May. It's, you know, a lot of that petered off over the course of the year just because Zoom is hard. It's hard to feel as connected with people, even though you're talking to them. It's just, there's something strange about seeing people virtually all the time that you normally would see in person all the time. So it just, I don't know, it fell off. But at the time, she was super shy about talking on the phone, and we couldn't understand why. And I think, or at least May month me thought that that was probably due to the fact that she doesn't want to say the wrong thing. So it's just, you know, an observation. Okay, so next we're talking about going outside. And these were just some of, you know, the moments from the day. So I had a picture of her at the table eating breakfast, which I just love this picture. This one is of her and the neighbor boy playing red light, green light outside. I've got one of her swinging on the swing set, and then one of her picking up her room after quiet time because it was a disaster. No, it's always a disaster. And, you know, she needed, ooh, you know what? I kind of like, would that be weird? This and that, or this, sorry, squirrel moment, I suppose, this and that. Anyway, you know, that's just one of those things. Okay, so we've got a photo here. I also left some space on this card in case I wanted to put something at the bottom. So we've got this. All right, so we've got like today, you know, like that's kind of cute right there. Today, capture life. I kind of like that. And then, love this moment. I also have these. Friday story. Well, this has to go on something. Monday story. Let's make sure we pull that off. Currently Sunday groceries every day. Loving life. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Martha, that is so me. I hate talking to people on the phone. I don't know what it is, but I do know what it is. I don't want to sound stupid, you know, like, you know, because of course, if we open our mouths, it's probably what we're going to sound like. At least that's what's in my head. But I hate it. Like, ordering online has been the best thing and probably the worst thing, because I probably should talk to people on the phone and like work on that. But also not having to talk to people on the phone and being able to just order things online has been the best thing ever, because I don't like it. And, you know, I work in accounting. So like every once in a while you have to call people to like get money from them, which is the worst. So that I think also causes, and you know, that furthers the phone anxiety. I tell people all the time that I have phone anxiety. I don't like being on the phone. I also worked in a really intense, I kind of like that. I worked in a really intense job for a long time where I was a manager for an aquatic center, and I used to have to take phone calls all the time that were people just screaming at me. So that also, I think, furthered the phone anxiety as well, because that's what it is. It's total anxiety. Okay, so, oh yeah, way to go getting your baby to sleep so you can scrapbook. That is a win. That is a feat for sure. Just trying to pick out some things. I wish there were more of these. Like, there's just not very many. Okay, how many do I have of these? Is there 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So we're going to have one of these for each of the days. So let's maybe do, like, where do I want to put you? Do I want to put you there? Do I want to put you on a big one maybe? I might save these for a big one, for like a full page photo. So this one, like, do I even want to put anything on there? This I like, so we're doing it. I'm putting this on there, getting that back in the pocket. This says, today, capture life. I think that's cute. I'm not sure on that yet. Yes. People, yeah. Taking yelling phone calls is the worst. It's the worst thing. Being put on hold, that's so funny. Yeah. I can understand that too, for sure. I could do another, okay, I think I like these just because that's fun, right? So we're gonna do that. So we've got this and that, which both point to outside stuff. So that works. This and that. I think what I'm gonna do is leave this one blank for now. I don't know. I might leave it blank for now and come back to it. Also, I could totally do another one of those over here, just so we have color going down the page. I don't know. I gotta think about this. So for now, I'm gonna move on, and then we'll come back to this and see what do I have left still to do. The nice thing about journaling pages is it's just stick it in the pocket. There's not much to do except for this piece right here. So like this and this can just go directly back in. I'm not adding anything to it. It's staying as is. I'm gonna move some of this stuff out of the way so we can add that on top. I also kind of like I might add this like Monday story. We'll see. For now, let me get this out of the way and let's do this. So for this one, what I did is I typed up my journaling. This was the layer template. I typed up my journaling, and then I want to get a straight cut on this. And then I took this portion. So this was originally like a red block. I took it and I painted it white, and then I put a stroke around it. So that is when I because when I cut this out, I want to be able to put it exactly where it goes. So that is, oh, I could stamp on the photo. That's a great idea. I have to see what stamps I have. I only have these ones from the actual thing, so I'd have to go through my stash and see what I've got, because that is not a bad idea. So let's get a straight cut there. Then we can actually cut the rest of this out. And if it's a little bit too much, that's okay. Like if there's a tiny rim of white, that's totally fine, because it's just gonna go on white anyway. I printed this off on matte photo paper because I didn't want it to be shiny. I wanted it to look as though it was printed on the cardstock, but cardstock does not print as vibrant as matte photo paper. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna print them separate, and then I will layer them together, and no one will be any the wiser, except for you guys. You guys know. So this is an example like where I will grab out my roller tape, because this is a circle and it's just easier to use roller tape when it's not a straight edge. Okay, so do that and put these guys down. So there we go. So there's today's story for Monday. Okay. All right. And the Monday story is all basically Izzy's story. So even in my journaling, I say like, you did this and you did that and we did this. So I didn't do it necessarily like it wasn't like today started different for Izzy than normal. I said today started different for you than normal. And I felt like that was okay, since on this one, I said today the focus is Isabella. So this is more like directed towards her reading this someday, you know, her journaling. Okay, so that is journaling. Next, I'm going to skip pieces of life for now, and let's work on the back side of this, which is just going to be those 2x2 photos. So I will get these out, and these I'm not going to do anything to. I'm just going to stick them in the pocket, because the photos are so tiny already that I don't need to take up any of the extra real estate on them. Like I just want them to be, I want you to be able to see everything that's going on in the photos. So I'm just going to trim everything out. That's which makes this pretty easy, I suppose, this part. I really liked doing this, like having kind of an hourly photo to showcase what the day actually looked like. I really liked that a lot. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay, so there's that. So, Millie, one thing that could be the problem, and you know, who knows, but if you print on the wrong side of the matte photo paper, it doesn't work, because I've done that now like twice, and it's hard to tell because one side is just barely whiter than the other side. It's so frustrating when it happens. It happened when I was printing these out, actually. It might not have been this particular day, but for a week in the life, it totally happened. So for these pictures, I have like when Izzy woke up in the morning, I went and snagged a picture of her in her bed. And then I've got, she did like a preschool call because she was still in preschool at the time. And they did like a music video thing. I've got a picture of her eating breakfast. No, wait, that's lunch. Eating lunch and playing ABC Mouse. And then she went up to her room and was like watching it under the bed for quiet time. So that was the picture there. Then we cleaned up her mess. So this was like a picture of the mess in her room. I got a picture of her playing with her brother that I really loved. I got a couple pictures of her painting because it took a while for the painting. So this is like a picture of it, and then I have the real one to add into this album. our family walk, playing outside, having dinner, and going to bed. So that's like the whole day in photos. I love 2x2 pages. They're just one of my favorites. So there's our day in 2x2s. I'm not necessarily going, like, what I could do if I wanted to, I could stamp on them like the time somewhere. If I had, I think Allie has one, and I don't know if anybody else has one, where it's like a roller date stamp, like a small roller date stamp that is a time stamp. So like if I had that, I probably would have, because that would have fit on here and been inconspicuous. But I don't have that. I only have giant stamps with numbers, so I'm not going to do that. However, inside of my actual journaling, I put time stamps and all that kind of stuff. So I can read the journaling, and the journaling directly pertains to these photos. So there is, you know, that to keep in mind. So I don't necessarily need anything on here. Next to this is going to be this routine card. So this I wrote down, like I said, her like pretty standard routines for the day. For this, what I'm going to do, I could put like one of these on here, the Monday one, but this was written as like not necessarily just for Monday, although I might still do that. We'll see. I also have these I need to pull out. Let me pull this out too. So these are the labels for maybe that picture I was having a hard time with. Maybe I can stamp on a label and put that on the photo. I could also stamp directly on the photo. That would be fine too. What do I want to do on you? So this is my everyday I have puffy stickers that I could put on there. What else? I added the ups and downs chipboard into this because the colors kind of went nicely with the colors of this kit. That's where that came from. Yeah, I'm thinking none of those. Hi, Ingrid. I hope that you feel better. Migraines are the worst. I hope that doesn't stay for very long. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you came to hang out. Every day. Chaos called life. Ooh, I like that sentiment, you guys. Chaos called life? Yes. Truest statement ever. Okay. I've got some hearts. I've got some of those. Oh, I have these. Although those won't fit on all of them. I already know it. So maybe what I'll do is, in fact, just put the Monday on there. Because why not? It gives me a reason to use those. Right? And I guess technically it is Monday's routine. So like I could put the Monday on here. See you later, Etienne. Thanks for stopping in for a little bit. I appreciate that. And hello, Michelle. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll just put Monday on here. We'll call that good. And I also may need to trim this down just a bit, because I think it technically won't fit in here. Because some of these pockets are not quite, you know, exactly 3 inches wide or whatever it is. Now I have more room on this side than on this side, so I'm going to trim off just a bit of the left-hand side. And that should be good. Well, hey, you got some of it done though. That is something. That is something. Okay, see, now that fits much better. And I feel like this is now not centered. So let's carefully, very carefully, pull you back up and reapply. Oh yeah, we're good. We got it. It's all curly cued, but we got it. Stop it. Yeah, that's better. And then I like this too. So I could do that. I could say that. And then maybe like Monday, life documented. Bam. And top it off with, wish I had a yellow one. We'll top it off with a little tiny gray heart, and we'll call that good. Monday. Cute. Okay, so there's routine. So I've got the photos of life and then the routine of life, and that will go in the album, but I'm gonna keep this out just for a little bit because we need to do that side as well. Okay, so the nice thing is, here's the really nice thing, is Monday is going to be the hardest day to do because that's where I'm going to make the decisions on how everything gets treated, right? So then when we get to the other days, it'll be so much easier. I'm gonna have to trim a little off of this. It'll be so much easier because it's like, oh yeah, this is the big photo, so this is going to get, you know, a giant sticker or a chipboard piece. And this is the routine, so that's where we're gonna put the day of the week sticker and blah, 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 whatever else. So I am a big fan of doing that sort of thing with projects like this. Like once you figure out what works, just repeat it on everything. It'll make everything go so much faster for you. And then you don't have decision fatigue either. Okay, so that is going to be, so this is the flat layout of the things that Izzy was into at the time, which she's still into all of them. So I took a picture of her bike helmet, the iPad, a Barbie doll, our Nintendo Switch, some markers because she loves doing artwork, her baby giraffe, which is her stuffy since she was like 3 months old or something, maybe even 2 months old. She's had that since she was a baby. And then some Pokemon figurines. So still she loves all these things. But yeah. So I have a Canon printer, but I've never had anything other than a Canon printer, and this is the one that I have is the only one I've ever had, but I love it. I can't really attest to, like, me personally, I can't really attest to like the 12 by 12 stuff because I haven't really actually printed anything larger than like a 6 by 8. Well, you know, the page protector size of a 6 by 8, I think is the biggest I've ever gone. But I still super love it. Okay, so now I like that better there. So we'll have to come up with something different for the other place. Oh, my hair. Ugh. I had it pinned back. It's coming out. I'm gonna fix it real quick. Okay, so I like the chipboard on there. I'm not gonna do anything to the overheard card. I'm just gonna leave that as is. This one over here, I wonder, these probably will blend in too much. I do have these like plastic days of the week. Oops. Stop it. So if I find the Mondays, like here's Monday, but I could put it, I need these, I could put it down here. It will blend in too much there if I put it on top of something. However, this, that may be okay. I can hear you. That may be what I need to put on this somewhere. I kind of like that. So let's hold on to that idea for now. So we've got Monday's story. I could maybe put, I don't want to cover anything up too much. So if I put that on there, I also still have this photo where I could put a big number. Honestly, I could put a big number and then like one of these behind it. I kind of like that. So I might do that. So for you, I also have these. These are too big though. Yeah, I don't like how big that is. Although, nope, too big. Okay, so that one was a no. what else do we have here? I could see if I've got any other like chipper pieces of life. This super love. Okay, that's kind of cute though. Also, do you have puffies? Which there's nothing like real, nothing that goes. What else do I have in this booklet? I would expect. Okay, love this moment. I do have one of these out. So I have this. The stuff of life. I do really like that sentiment, but I only have a few of them. What is on this? You knew. Half circle chipboard pieces that you put at the bottom. Yeah, because like that would be, I don't, but what's in this? So these were like speech bubbles, but you could always change them to be something else, right? Wonderful. See if there's anything that speaks. I'm laughing because she's got like a sourpuss face. She and Ryan, our neighbor, they love playing together, but they always end up fighting and like pouting in their respective yards. So that's totally what happened there. And it's kind of funny. Happy, not happy. Not happy at all. So it's kind of funny. Make the most of it. Yeah. That's what she needs to do, is make the most of it, kid. All right, so I don't know. I'm thinking, I got to think about this one. I do really like this on here. So I'm just going to stick that down. And then, so that's good. I also think I may not do anything to these and just leave them, since everything is embellished. Like, not everything needs something. So I'm thinking the photos I will leave and just let them speak for themselves here. Is this like slightly not the same size? Yeah, let's fix that, because that's going to bother me. So we'll cut that down so that they are the same. And then, it's better. Put that back in here. In the pocket you go. Okay. Although I thought that was funny with the speech bubble. Okay. Tiered thing. So this thing right here is something new from scrapbook.com. The last time I looked, it was sold out. I did put a link down in the description for it. Because it's like those ones from Totally Tiffany, but it's the scrapbook, like their own exclusive brand, or not exclusive, but their own brand, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I got 2 of them. They were like, I think they were like $12 maybe. I really like them though, because when I work on a project like this, I like to keep everything together. So when I'm done here, I will put everything back in this organizer and then just put it on a shelf, waiting for next week when I come on here and work on it again. But then I don't always have my stuff like on my table in the way of everything else that I'm doing. So my plan is to do one for whatever project I'm working on at the time, and then to do another one for like my story projects and project life. So the stuff that I'm working on more regularly throughout the week, to have that in there. You know what about one of these? So that is what that thing is. These are like little jewelry dividers that I got from Amazon, that I really like. Okay, this I kind of like, by the way. Maybe this is what I'll do. A heart and something on top. Oh, you know, I have these and these. So maybe I can like cut these down and put a sentiment on there. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, these are from Amazon. I like to separate all my little embellishments into these types of things. And then this I can just close up, and it also fits inside this piece over here. So like everything can just be together, ready to go for whenever I'm ready to go. Let's put you back where you go though. Get in there. Okay, so I'm thinking I might be able to do like a shaped piece. So like maybe not every single one is a heart. Maybe some of them are like the chipboard star, or not chipboard, the cork star could be cute on a different spread. But I kind of like the little blue heart, and maybe something like, I mean, there's a lot of sentiments that would work, you know, like for the record, good stuff. Here we go, small details. Maybe I'll do like small details. And do I want you to be, let's just stick you on there and see what I think. Or do I want you to be cut down just a tiny bit? I think I'll cut it down just a bit. Yes, the house baskets. Okay, you guys, so I posted on Instagram today that I took Brandy Kincaid's idea. She posted on Instagram a couple weeks ago about this like house basket system she does. And the concept, I like cut that crooked, whatever. The concept is that, you know, we all have things that we're carrying around all the time. So it might be like your planner, it might be the book that you're reading, or, you know, all kinds of different things. And like for me, I use my planner at my desk. So I always have it at my desk. But then sometimes I'm in my kitchen and I'm like, oh, I gotta run down there and get my planner so I can like write some stuff in it. And I think that looks nice, you guys, right? It's just something small. Like it doesn't have to be big, right? I think so. I think that'll be fine. Anyway, so yeah, I'm happy enough with that. So the idea of the house basket is that you get a basket, and you know, a lot of people have baskets just lying around. I searched my stash and I don't have a single basket, so I ordered one because I wanted to do this. And I like the idea of it being in a basket, not like a box or something, because I have plenty of like Amazon boxes. I could totally use that. But I didn't want to do that, so I ordered a basket on Amazon. And I'm reaching for this, and you fill it with all the things that you carry around everywhere. So I put in it my book that I'm reading. I have my planner in there. I have my reading journal in there. I have just a random notebook because sometimes I just need a place to like write down a list. So I have that in there. I have my one little word like folio in there. So like there's just these things that I would like, when things that you just might like randomly want to like grab out and write something in is the idea. And so then this basket is something that you just carry around your house. So like I'm in the basement now, my basket's right over there. But when I go up to bed, I'll bring my basket with me so I can read my book at night and all this stuff. So it's just like, it just travels with you throughout your house. And I was like, I love that, because first of all, it's like a very like, to me, that's so romantic. Like I'm going to carry around my like cute little basket full of all the things that make me happy. I love it. And so, yeah, it's so far, it's really fun. I like it. It makes me happy. It makes me happy. So there is that. And you know, I had a lot of people that asked me where they can find out more information on it. And if you are one of those, I would direct you to Brandy Kincaid's Instagram page. And on her Instagram profile, there are like the highlights that you can click on. She saved her whole like story that she did about her house basket as a highlight. So you can go check it out there as well. And hers is like so awesome. I love Brandy Kincaid. I think she's awesome. I just love her. Okie dokie. So I kind of want to put something in here. Memories of right now. Week in the life. No. Because I want to use these. Little details matter. Like maybe that. Also, probably not. Or embracing these messy moments. That needs to go for Jonah. That is a Jonah sentiment. For sure. Maybe not. Okay, so maybe the chipboard needs to go on this one. And you, I don't know yet. We'll think about this. I also have this fabric thing, right? You know what, let me set this, I'm going to set all that to the side, and we're going to adhere down this photo to the back side of this journaling page. So let's do that real quick, and that will give us a little bit, because then I think I can pretty much put everything in the album, and then we can flip through it to see what else needs something. And then Tuesday is going to come together super quick. Next week will come together super quick too. Which means, since today, because this one took longest because this is where I'm making, you know, the executive decisions on how the whole album is going to go. So we may actually work on this right up until the end, and then I won't have time to do my color cast stuff. So I will, if I don't have time for that, I will hold off on that and just do that next week with you guys, because I have a feeling that the rest of this is going to come together pretty quickly. But I really only want to do like 2 days at a time, just because that feels good to me. So I'm thinking that's what I'll do. All right, so we're going to put this on the back side of that, hole punch it so it matches. A Life Crafted size would be really great for this type of album too. That's why. You are not the same. I feel like my desk is so messy right now. I need to like clean some of it off. It's killing me. Okay. Now that should be in the right position. Yes, yes, that fixed it. Okay. Boop, boop. Done and done. Okay, so this one, what I was thinking is I like the number 1. I kind of like it on the yellow. So let's go yellow label sticker. The fabric stickers, these ones were from the Kylie, Kentucky kit. When I originally ordered it, I ordered both kits because I was like, oh, you know what? You know, we're in a pandemic and not going anywhere, and we don't have a whole lot going on. So I could probably do it twice this year. I could do 2 weeks in the life, and how fun would that be? Yeah, I didn't even do 1 week. And I also thought like, oh, I want to document something in the spring because this is when COVID was like, not that it's not big now, but it was like the start of it. And then everybody being like, oh, in like 2 months, it's going to be gone. Which, you know, also not true. It's still here. So I had originally thought like, oh, I want to do a week when it's COVID, and then I'll do a week at the end of the year when it's not COVID anymore. You know, so which never came to fruition because it's always been COVID. Okay, so this, I believe, has a protective, yes, thing on it. Okay, so I need to figure out where to put the Monday. I've got another fabric sticker that I can put somewhere. Let me put this stuff away for now. And this we'll do, I think, at the very end. We'll just pull everything, we'll pull all those pieces out and put them all together at the same time. So, okay, so what we'll do here, so we've got week in the life, Monday, big picture of Izzy. I could layer the fabric on there. That would give me 2 circles. Okay, so this page, I like the way that this looks. I don't think I need anything else. So we're just keeping it light. This is where that photo goes. Yeah, I know. Isn't it so funny how we're like, oh man, yeah, like I better document this now. I actually documented a week in like the very last week of April because our stay-at-home order ended it ended right before this week. So I was like, okay, I need to document this week of April instead of May because I actually want to get this in the middle of COVID. Like I want to have this COVID part. Oh, I kind of like this. I want to have this COVID stuff in my album. And then I documented it and I failed to do any journaling. So I ended up, actually I kind of like that because it's like a square, a kind of a square, and a kind of a square shape. Just thinking out loud here. So yeah, so I documented it and then didn't document it. And then May rolled around when everybody was doing Week in the Life and COVID was still there. So I was like, you know what? I'll do it again. Why not? So I pretended to do Week in the Life. I got some practice in and then I did it for real. It's just so funny. So naive. It's all gonna be over. Yeah, okay. Okay, I kind of like that. And then I can put one of these on that front page. I think I'm gonna do that. Whoop. Yeah. Ugh. All right, so I think what I'll do is kind of, sort of stick that down. So the D is going to go up above this, but that doesn't really bother me. I still know what it says. It's not. Okay, and then we're going to stick this on here. And then that's not going anywhere. So I don't really need to put a staple in that or anything. So that will be that. I like the way that that rolls. Do I want to put one of these over here? Like maybe I thought about that red one earlier. What if I did? No, I don't like 2 of them, but I think I might do it. Oops. Today is the 1-year anniversary. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Have any of you guys read the book? It's called Bright as Heaven, I think is the title. Bright as Heaven. I definitely recommend it. It was a really good book. It is fiction, but it is based on the Spanish flu pandemic from whenever that was. Was that 1918? 1918, I want to say so. I want to say that's what it is. Anyway, it's a book about a family that lives through that pandemic, and it was so interesting. We read it in my book club. I want to say in the month of like May. It might have been June. No, it was definitely May. It's definitely May. It may have even been April. I don't really know, but it was last year. We read it. It was so good. And like so interesting to see the comparison from that year to this year. And what's so interesting about it is a book that was written by this woman in 2018 is when it was published. 2018. So she did all of this research about the flu and published that book in 2018 for 2 years later to actually go through it herself. Like I would love to know like what that author, like when this all happened, I'm sure she was probably like, oh my God, like I just researched all of this and now it's happening to us. Yeah, I just cannot even imagine what that would be like. So here's another option I could do. I could do this and have my journaling right here next to the flat lay, and then do the big photo and the 4 pictures. You know what? I'm doing that. And then it ends with gratitude. There we go, you guys. Problem solved. It's all good. All right, so then I'm still putting these in the end though, because I want these in here, and I thought about cutting them. I don't want to cut them. I just want them to be in here as they are. You know what? I know there's a piece. There's one of these, so I'll take that. So we're going to put this in here, and later I will get my fuse tool out and I will actually fuse this so that these stay in here tighter, you know, and I don't have to like take them in and out. So I'll fuse that right there just to make it stay. And then that is the artwork from that day. But that solves my problem to have that go last so that it's not butting up to the rubber. Okay, so last but not least, I want to figure out, I'm thinking I am just going to put, like maybe I'll put nope. Kind of like that one. Or, you know what, do they all have a different color? They might have a different color. So let's actually, I kind of like the right now. Let's put right now on there because I want to use these. I like the look of them. Okay, and then we're going to layer those circles. Cool. Okay, so that is going to be Monday, I think. So I've got my divider, I've got my big photo, my other big photo, the 4x6s, other 4x6s, the template here, lots of journaling. This I'll do later. Photos throughout the day with the routine, flat lay, and the journaling. That's, yep, I like that. This with the 1, that, and that. Okay. So let's see if we can get Tuesday done in 30 minutes. We can do it. So now we have a formula. We know what we're doing. Okay. So here is my Tuesday bag. Let me put these back so I don't lose those. I want you. Okay, Tuesday bag. Or folder, whatever. These are extra pieces of artwork too. But these I actually think I might cut up. Because, you know, why not? Or there are ones, like I really like these ones. This one Izzy did and this one I did. And I really like those. So I could also potentially just like frame it and put it in my studio. I say studio, but I mean like my craft corner. Okay. This bothers me. So that's going. Going. Okay, so now we're going to go with Tuesday. So Tuesday is all about Jonah. And, whoops, let's not let you fall. Okay, Tuesday is about Jonah. So we're going to start by getting rid of that. And let's adhere some of these things back to back. Oh, have a great night, Erica. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. So here are the first 2 pictures of Jonah. This is that same template from before. It's just the Tuesday version. And right here, you know, already we have major differences because Jonah does not sleep in a crib anymore. He sleeps now in a big boy bed. So like, it's crazy to think that just, you know, less than a year ago, he was in his crib. He's getting so big. And his hair is like even longer. Like you can see his curly hair here. It's even longer now. And so funny story. I wonder if this is the day I do it. This week I decided that, you know, it's a pandemic, whatever. I'm going to become a hairstylist, I suppose. So I took it upon myself to cut his bangs, and I totally botched it. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad. But I just felt so bad because like he couldn't see, you know, so I was like, whatever, I can do this. But kids move a lot, and that makes it hard to cut their bangs. Since that time, I have gotten better, because I still do it. I have gotten better at it. I'm still not like a, you know, I'm not salon quality, but desperate times call for desperate measures. And I did just this week order myself some actual hair scissors because I was just using like whatever I had on hand. So I ordered that, and I think that will make it easier as well. But it's funny. So you get to see like his hair, his bangs being really long, and then later you'll see where he's got like this just botched bangs cut. But whatever, it's funny. Sign of the times, I suppose. Okay, so we will hole punch this. And this is where things are now going to get real easy, because we know now that on the title page, well, I don't need that. On the title page, we are going to layer on one of these fabric pieces. And probably not the coffee cup one. That one might be good for like the weekend, but maybe like this blue one that says little details. I like that. So we'll put that on here. Come on. Whoop. All right. Random question. Do you guys craft standing up? I craft standing up. I prefer to stand up. Whoop. Almost upside down. I prefer to stand up than to sit down. I feel like I have more control when I'm like standing and over my table. I also have really long legs, so sometimes sitting down feels awkward, and I end up sitting on my legs and sitting on my feet and all that stuff. Okay, so that's that. So yeah, I craft standing up. Where is the other one? So I've got this, and I've got these. So we could put this is real life, maybe, or the story of this day could go there. Did I layer a asterisk on that? I feel like I did, right? I totally did, yes. So I could do, let's cut these out and we'll figure it out which one we want. Okay, so we could do that. Or I also kind of like the look of this. So, and then we need an asterisk. I'm thinking we can go with, I did red before, we could go with yellow if we're using this one. This is real life. Well, what are you going next to? Maybe that will help me. Okay, so next to this is going to be this. So again, I've got like today, the focus is on Jonah. And blah, 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 you know, with his observations. I said for his observations, I could do the peach, which kind of ties in the pink a little bit. For his, I said that he loves being outside. What do we look like with yellow? He loves being outside. He loves going on the swings. He actually, right before this week, like the day before this week started, he took a nosedive down the slide. because he used to go down the slide face first, and we would have to like run and catch him. And one time, another kid was crying, so we were off attending to that child, and he went down the slide and nobody caught him. I also kind of like that. Nobody caught him, and he slid face first into the dirt at the bottom and scraped up his entire nose. So his whole nose is like a big, like, scab. Like the whole thing is scabbed up. Poor guy. But you know what? So maybe that warrants, right? Like, this is real life. I think I'm going to go with this is real life because I like the scale of it here on the card. I also like it with the yellow. It ties in the yellow from the photo over there. I think that's what I'm going to do. And also, yeah, just even thinking about his poor little nose. This is real life. That's perfect. This is what we're doing. So I talked about that. And then, oh yeah, he did learn. He never went down. He's never gone down the slide face first since. He learned how to go down on his butt. And he still loves the slide, but yeah, he does not go face first anymore. Thank goodness, because that was that was terrifying all the time. What a little daredevil to like go down face first. Who does that? 2-year-olds apparently. So actually he wasn't even 2. He was what, like 18 months at this point? 18 months old, and he would like climb up ladders and go down the slide, and just a crazy kid. So I talked about that. I talked about how he what did I do on this one? How oh right. I have a little one up here. So he is really into giving like kisses. So I talked at this point which is funny. And he always like waves to strangers. He still does that when we go on walks. He'll like wave to strangers. It's pretty cute. So I talked about that as an observation. I talked about that he really loves to read books, and he'll beg us to read books. So I have actually a picture of Izzy reading to him, which is so sweet. And then I talked about when the house gets really quiet. This is still the case. When the house gets really quiet, then Jonah's up to something no good. Like, for sure. For sure, he's up to something no good. So, yeah, those were like the observations from that day. Okay, so we've got the asterisks. We've got those. This is ready to just go in the binder. Set that over to the side. And then this, I'm going to add a heart to it. Thinking maybe this like polka dotty one. And then we'll do a phrase, which kind of like it's all in the details, the stuff of life, everyday moments. This is real life again, good and bad. The story of today. Actually, I kind of like this one. It says life looks like this. So we'll put that on here, layer those two guys up. And then we'll stick this on the photo. Okay. Just like so. Okay. So that covers this one. Okay. We'll put these in the album. Full day. First full day. Wait. First full day. Like full day. Oh wait, I missed this. Full day at home. Okay, so we're gonna put this in here. One day before the whole rest of my office for health reasons. Okay, yes. Being at home. Yeah. It was crazy when everything started. Like, it was nuts. My dad is the owner operator of a company. That's who I do accounting for. And I help him do a lot of business management stuff too. So when everything started, and I am asthmatic and get pneumonia all the time. I haven't had it in years, but I used to get it all the time. So as soon as we heard that it was like a respiratory thing, I was like, yeah, I'm staying home. I'm not going back in. Like, we'll figure it out. And it was just crazy. It was crazy to like have to do the phone calls of like, how do we do this? How do we send people home? How do we still operate a business in the middle of all of this stuff? Oh, wait, I said, is this where I put the thing? So just crazy, just craziness. Yes, yes, I'm going to put the Tuesday and some kind of chipboard. This I'm not going to put anything with. This says we have everything we need right here. This came from the We Story Kit from Allie Edwards. And I just really liked the sentiment. I liked the colors. I thought it went nicely with everything else. And this is going to go up next to this one. Okay, this is going to go there. So I need the Tuesday from here, which you are right on top. Awesome. Take the plastic off of it. Come on. Yeah. Where am I going to see it the best? Maybe in the middle, just like that. Okay, so what do we want? Like memories of life right now. Maybe again, it's got that same shape. So the layer template I chose for Jonah's day was finding beauty in the mess, because he's just a mess maker. I talked about how he's a mess maker, and then I just took some photos from throughout the day of things like we did some artwork, we played outside, him eating, making a mess, his face with that kind of stuff. So just a few photos from throughout the day went in there, and that's how I decided to dress that one up. I think I am going to go with this. So I'm just going to take the backing off. Let's get that where it's on here, because I feel like that secured it really nicely before. Although, maybe a little bit more in the middle. Sure. Okay, and then this, I am going to put right here. I think it'll be good enough. It's kind of hard to see, but that's okay. I mean, you can see it when there's no glare, I think. Okay, so that does that. This over here, I think I'll just do another, I'm not going to do any of the cardstock stickers on it, but I will add maybe some of these little ones on here. Maybe just one. Okay, what if I did a big one? What's this? Sometimes get a vaccine covered if your doctor sends an interest for medical needs. Yeah. Yeah, I've never had the pneumonia vaccine. I know my kids have had it. I think my kids have had it. So I think that's like a new one. I should get it at some point. Because yeah, that would make things a little little less worrisome, I suppose. What about one of these like silvery ones? Oh, I kind of like that. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Big old silver. Put these ones back. Okay. Because then it plays off again the like, I know that's not silver over there, but it is gray. So it plays off the gray and kind of gives it a little bit. I almost want, nope, I'm not going to. Just going to leave it at that. I was thinking about adding another one. There's, you know, like with a lot of design stuff, there's rules of threes and whatnot. I don't always follow that rule because like sometimes there's just not enough space for it. And like, I don't know. I don't need it. Okay. So then I need another one like this. So take that from the end, because this is going to be for journaling for the day. So we'll add page 2 and 3 into here. I will say that during the week, the journaling that I actually did at night, like at the end of the day before I went to bed, was Isabella's and Jonah's. And I'm so grateful for it because, like, when I look at pictures of the day for me and my husband and that sort of thing, our family, I can remember a lot of this stuff, but kids change so fast that I'm really glad that I actually did theirs, because then I have it from the moment and not having to like think back on it. This year, if nothing else, I will do my journaling at night. That is my plan. Like, if I am able to do a December daily spread and post the video every day in December, if I can do that, I can journal before I go to bed every night for a week. I can do it. So there's no excuse for me. So this year, that is the goal. That even if I don't work on it again until like the following year, I don't care. I'm at least going to do my journaling. Yeah, there's so many scrapbooking rules, and I really don't follow them all the time. I probably do like intrinsically follow them most of the time, but sometimes I don't. Like the rule of threes, I don't always. Okay, so let's put this in the spot. That's that. This is just a picture of one of the trees outside of our house. In the spring, it gets these like pink buds on it. So pretty. I think it's a crabapple tree, I'm pretty sure. And then it blooms into like bright white, loads of blooms all over the tree. It's actually really, really pretty. Okay, what's happening here? Did I cut this too small? Or did I not cut you enough? I might not have cut you enough. I bet. Okay, let's trim this. Okay. I think I need to trim this a little bit more. Okay, so 8 inches. Yep, I didn't quite do it. Okay, now we're good. Load challenges. Yes, so I just did the Scrap Happy, well, it's not, it's what was it called? The Scrap Smarter experience, which was really fun, and they talked a lot about that, about load, which sounded really cool. So load is layout a day. It's a layout a day challenge, which I thought, you know, that's a really good idea for helping you to tell your stories and like actually go to your table and do it. Okay, so next we're doing these. I'm setting that to the side again so I can trim these guys out. And we're just adding them in to the albums. Whoop. Okay, so there. For all of my photos like this, these like little collage photos, I make these in Photoshop myself. I know a lot of people use, I think it's called Pick Frame. I think that's the one that you can do collages like this in, which is an app for your phone. But I just do mine right in Photoshop. And I typically, because I like my white border margin on my 2x2s to be smaller. So and because I don't know the exact dimensions, what I do is I crop them to 3.75 by 3.75. And I add those to a 4x4 canvas because I like the scale of the white on the 4x4 with it being 3.75, if that makes sense. And then I just crop it again to 2x2. And it ends up giving me the margins I like. So it's probably way too much work. Like, I'm making it way harder on myself than it needs to be. But it works. I'm pretty fast at it now. And I like the white border because it's super tiny, but it's enough, you know? It's enough that I can still see the white border. Okay, so got Jonah waking up, Izzy reading him books, breakfast, making a mess, craft time, together, playing outside. Actually, that might have been lunch. I don't know. I can't remember. I think that might be lunch, actually. swing set. We went on a walk and rode some bikes and then went downtown to just run around by the river. This was our walk back, and a picture of me pushing them, which never happens. No, it always happens that I push them, but it never happens that there's a picture taken of me pushing them, because I'm usually the picture taker. So I have to be like, Erin, take my phone and like run down the street and turn around and take a picture of me. So that's how it goes. Yep, then dinner, bath time, and bedtime. Okay, so that's my 2x2s. Then we've got the routines, and the routines we added. I also probably need to slightly trim it again. Trimmer. Okay. Trimmer. Just to get a piece of that off. Okay, so for this one, we did one of these, and we did the day of the week, which is in here somewhere. There you are. Okay, so this was Tuesday. So we're gonna put Tuesday here at the bottom, like so. And this one will say everyday moments. Sure. Okay. Oh, and I did like a little heart too, didn't I? So we'll add a heart too, for good measure. Which I have a whole nother sheet of these, so we'll be good. Okay, so that is that. Then I have Jonah's flat lay picture. And his, I think I'll trim a tiny bit off. Although, is his fine? No, not fine. Okay. Okay, so I want to keep Robin there because he liked this, like, he likes his Batman and Robin toys, even though in our house, the best superhero is Spider-Man. So we're training him. He likes Spider-Man now, but he has all the Batman toys. So, yes. Okay, so now this goes in the folder. So this is going to go next to these photos and such. Okay, so these we did nothing to. This one I added the Tuesday. This one is for the Tuesday story. Yep. So we'll put that right down here underneath the title. And then on this side, I kind of want, so I'm like, maybe I'll do the cork star with the phrase sticker instead of the clear transparency heart. Say documenting it all. Oh wait, no, I used white, didn't I? Did I use a white one? I did. I totally did. Yes. So, although I kind of like the blue. Your story matters. Everyday moments. The good life. For the record, I like that these are longer, so I might just, I don't care. This is my normal. It's all in the details, because it is all in the details. So let's put you here. It looks kind of centered. Definitely not centered at all. Okay. You can do this. Okay. Sure. So we'll go like that. I'm going to stick you down because I don't care. And for good measure, we'll staple that one on. Okay, so that is good. So now I can put these in, the protectors. I love the blue stickers too, for sure. For sure. I think they're such a great color. Okay, so let's put these in here. They're so different than like the normal colors too. You know, because they usually go with white and black or like a pastel-y color. So the blue, I dig the blue. Okay, so we've got routines. We've got the flat lay of stuff. So I've got like his fox. So Izzy had a giraffe ever since she was basically born. And Jonah has had a fox ever since he was born. They're stuffed animals from the same company called Jellycat. Best stuffed animals ever. Like, my kids love them. love them. They're really soft, and they're like a good size where they're like easy to hold and to snuggle with, even from a very young age. So they both had these stuffed animals, and they're called their babies. So it's baby giraffe, and actually Jonah calls his fox Foxy. So we've got, you know, baby giraffe and Foxy. So we've got that, and he liked cars and his pacifier, which he still loves the pacifier, and controllers and toilet paper. He was obsessed with going in the bathrooms and unrolling all the toilet paper. So that was fun. Okay, so now this, we can do the back side of it, which I've got, this is like a little bit left. Yeah, Jellycat is the best stuffed animal. Just like, trust me on that. The best. Also, the number of times that we have almost lost baby giraffe over the last 6 years is crazy. I can't even believe that, you know, we still have the original one. One year, Izzy debated asking Santa to like fluff her giraffe back up to like make him like new again. And I was like, no, don't ask Santa for that, because she's like, he's so bumpy. And I'm like, but his being bumpy is what makes him special, you know, like whatever. Because we all know what that means if they want him to be re-fluffed up and like new again. No, you can't do it. So she didn't. And now she's like, I love baby giraffe because he's bumpy. Okay. Did I do anything on that one? I didn't. I never even did anything on this. Okay. I wonder if I could do another one of these. Like, loving life. Living life. I don't know. I gotta think about that. Because I didn't put anything on the other one either. So for now, we'll just put it in. And that's from the Kylie in Kentucky set. And then the last picture I have is of him cuddling his Foxy. So here we go. Which I will get adhered down onto this. Let's put on this first. Ooh, ink pad that matches the cardstock. Who does that? I feel like somebody does that. Who has the matching? Is it Pink Fresh Studio? Is that the one that you can get, like, that their inks pretty much match the colors of their cardstocks in their collections? Is that the one? I don't really know. I'm not really great with inks because I don't have a ton of them. I basically have Allie's Crafters inks. I have a few of the scrapbook.com inks. And then I have a few of the Tim Holtz Distress inks that are like mini ones. And then I have a few mini archival colored inks. That is pretty much it. Oh, and I have 3 close to my heart. And that is pretty much it. So yeah, I'm definitely not one to ask too much with inks. I will say that, you know, I have like black ones that I particularly like. I stamp most things in black. Like, I don't always go to the colors. But I definitely need to expand my ink stash because I do like stamping. I actually really like to make backgrounds with colored stamps. That's one of my favorites. Okay. So we have that, and then this needs a label sticker and the number 2. Everything matches. Stampin' Up. Use foam. Does the foam get wrecked after a long time? All good questions. All good questions. I want to know too. I'm doing this one. Like that. There's our number 2. Up at the top. Okay. Let's punch this out real quick. Okay. All right. And that is going to give me my Tuesday, basically. Bring this back up. Okay, so, right, so Tuesday, we've got the big photo, got that. Again, just lightly embellished here. And that. And then this will go next. And that. And then that. So, question is, do I want anything to go extra on this? Like, maybe I'll do that. Let's do it. Where is the striped yellow album? The yellow album is from Allie. I know it's no longer in stock. It was from her Week in the Life release from 2020. Typically for the Week in the Life ones and the Day in the Life ones, I've noticed that the albums are a lot brighter because last year, 2020, was this yellow and white striped, and the year before that was a pink album for the Week in the Life one. Okay, so then this, I am thinking of doing, I hear a bunch of like stomping around up there. Hello, real life. Let's do it. That looks cute. Okay. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do here, and I know it's 9 o'clock, but I think I'm going to, so if you guys have to go, that's cool. You know, thanks for coming and hanging out. I am going to finish up this page for these 2 pages because I just want to be done with this Monday, Tuesday. Next time, this will go a lot quicker because now we've got our system figured out. We know what is going where, what types of embellishments are going where. So that's going to make the rest of the days go super fast. Just like that Tuesday one did. That Tuesday one took me 30 minutes, you know, and Monday took me an hour. So now things will go fast. Which is sometimes with a project like this, just how it goes. Like you have to figure out your system before, you know, we're just gonna put you guys back in there. You have to figure out your system in order to know like how it all goes. And then once you have the system down, the rest of it becomes easy. Because it's, you know, you're choosing from one sheet of stickers instead of choosing from all of the possible embellishments you have available to you. Okay, so that is how everything fits back in this little tray. So everything is in here. This I'm going to put back where I normally keep it. Yeah, everything fits back in here, and it's just good to go for the next time. Which I'll just put that away on the shelf. Now the last thing that I'm going to do is this 2x2 page, which is a Pieces of Life page. So what I'm doing, each day of the week, I had a bag that I made. I just stamped Monday pieces on it. So I've got like Monday pieces, Tuesday pieces, Thursday, whatever, tongue-tied. And then throughout the day, I threw in all kinds of stuff from that day. And actually, I even kind of like, I even kind of like that title. So we're going to keep that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is cut down a bunch of things into 2x2s and put them in the pockets. That is pretty much it. So I am going to start with this. And I know I want this to be roughly 2 inches. So what if I looks pretty straight. Let's give myself some wiggle room here in case I cut this crooked. But I think that's pretty straight. Right, so if I've got like Monday, sure. We'll line that up on there. That. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, so then we can go up here. Where's that 2-inch mark? And here. Awesome. So there's like Monday pieces, right? So I've got things like, and actually I saved a bunch of like beer labels from, my husband and I really like craft beer. And so during this week, we had a different one each night, and I saved the labels from it because I want to do something with this later on in the week. So I'm actually going to set that to the side. Actually, I'm going to write with pencil. I'm going to write Monday. So I know that was for Monday. Okay. Some rambunctiousness happening up there. Okay, so then I've got like this guy. How cute is he that Izzy made? So I'm just going to cut him and we'll make him into a thing. So let's see here. So maybe we'll cut off like that and then go here. No, I want some of that like fringy hair stuff because that's fun. So let's go up there. Oh, hey Crystal. Nope, you're fine. I'm going later than I normally do because I just want to get these first 2 days done. So you are totally fine. Okay, and then I just need to cut a little piece off here and a little piece off here. And this was a toilet paper roll, so that's cool. So there's like a Izzy artwork piece. This, I wanted to see how big you were. Oh, you're not big enough. I got to think about that. Izzy drew like this tiny, I kind of want to put you in here anyway. Okay, well, you're not going to fit that way, but maybe, like, what would 2 inches look like here? Sure. That's like a haunted house that she drew. So I tried to pick pieces of things that were like Izzy's things. Like this, this was her lunch, which I thought was funny to just keep her lunch because like eventually you don't eat Lunchables anymore. It's a cheater lunch, but whatever, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Okay, so let's go like there. And there and there. So there's like a piece of our Lunchables. That's 4 pieces. I've got, whoa, a bunch of sparkly things. I didn't know those were in there. Let's put that up there for now. I've got, is there anything else in here? Yes. So she also cut me up a bunch of these like confetti hearts. So I might fill a pocket, or I might like tape some of these down on something and put them in a pocket because that's fun. Let's just get a bunch of these. I think I ink blended a page and I just gave it to her like, here, you can have this. And then she thought it was super cool. Cut these all up. So let's just make a pile of those. This, the rest of this was an envelope that she made. Covered in washi tape. Hilarious. So now I do keep some of her artwork, so I'm not just like cutting up everything. I do keep some of her artwork and save it, but I don't keep all of it just because there's a lot. You know, it's like never ending. How in the world? Okay. Yeah, it's just like never ending artwork, so because it's what she does all the time. All right, let's like cut some of this stuff off. All right, what piece do I want of this? Thinking like, thinking like maybe we'll just like, there's 2 inches. Kind of want the top of the heart. There's like hairs in this. It's so funny. Okay, so there's that, a piece of that. I've got this that we made together, so this is something that she found online, and you like fill this with confetti and then you can shoot it, but this has a hole in it, so it doesn't work anymore. So I am just going to cut this open, and we'll save a piece of it. Oh no, now it's all falling off. Okay. Did this stay on better? This one stayed on better. Okay. So it's like, good job, cutter. And I might have cut that a little too small. Oops. That's okay. It'll be fine. Yeah, because these didn't stay on, so whatever. And those didn't either. Ah! We're making this work. I don't care. So we're going green and then blue. It's a rainbow, right? Green and then blue. You are getting in there and you are staying on. Then you're going in a pocket that's going to protect you. So, can you imagine when she decides multimedia pages, right? Okay, there we go. So, rainbow fringe is back. We're good. Okay, so now let's do this again. Okay, cut a piece off there. I need you to be 2 inches, so we'll cut a piece off there. And I wonder how big you are. Okay, so if I go this way and I say 2 inches, I have an idea. Okay, so we got 2 inches there. And I could totally do a second one. So we'll see if I want to use both of those or if I just want to use one. Okay. This has nothing to do with Izzy, but this was actually, I cut up a bag that my mom gave me because the Monday that I documented this was the day after Mother's Day. So my mom came by and dropped off a Mother's Day present for me, and it was in this bag. So I cut up the bag and figured, you know what? I will use this in my Week in the Life album. So that is what we're doing here. Thinking I'm just going to use maybe this piece right here. Right? Because all I need is a 2 by 2. I kind of like that. Or we can maybe do this flower. So let's just keep both of those and we'll figure it out what we want to do. Okay. Then, how many do I have? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is going to be 8, potentially 9, 10. So I need 2 more. Okay, so then we also had some Texas toast for dinner. So I kept the box because that's what you do, apparently, when you document things. You just keep everything that you can possibly get your hands on. But hey, it makes it fun. It makes it fun. I think on a normal year, like if we were having a normal year, then we could have documented like places that we had gone or that sort of thing. And then I think I also, so I have this thing, but this actually came from a different day. So I think I'll just throw that in the other day that it goes in. And I'm going to cut a piece of this card. Let's see, where's the 2-inch mark? Maybe I'll do that. Oh, what are you scrapping? I am scrapbooking a week in the life. So this is Monday. And yeah, so I'm working on my Monday. Cool. I like that. So I think I've got all 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so for this, what I'm going to do, what I will do for these hearts is I'm just going to cut a piece of this card material into that 2-inch size, and then I'll glue those hearts on it. And that will be that. So the rest of this I'm just tossing. I don't need to keep it anymore. It has served its purpose. Oh. So we'll move the mess out of here. I might also stick that heart on there because that's funny. But there's a bunch of like gem hearts. Another gem heart. And another one. Okay. She made me like my very own confetti mix, which this is where we're going to use it. She does that kind of stuff all the time. Like right now I've got these stars that I bought. Actually, I don't even know where they went, but I have a whole bunch of them that are just wooden stars that I found on Amazon for a project we were going to do. So these are the stars. And she asks me every day for them, and then she goes and colors them. So she colored me a whole rainbow of stars and then was like, and then gave it back to me and told me it was for my projects, which is like the cutest thing ever. So eventually I'm going to make a spread with them on a page where I can use them as maybe bullet points for some journaling. I thought that could be kind of fun to do. So that way it's on like cardstock, because I don't know how, you know, like Crayola markers would hold up on photo paper. It'd probably ruin it. So, so that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on some cardstock, use it as a bullet point, and then, you know, kind of go from there. Okay. Maybe I can like do this. We're just going to layer these. If I need more, I just threw a bunch of them away, so I'll just get some out of the garbage and put them on here. That is why not. Just fill this whole thing up. What just fell? Oh, my stamp sheet, which I never even used. Put that back up there. So, fun way to get these used up and in here. 'Cause why not? Pink. I want pink next. I think I'm gonna need more. Whoops. Shouldn't have thrown them away so fast. I am not, I don't normally keep a lot of things. So like even when it comes to kids artwork and stuff, like I just don't keep it all. Like if it's really good, or like, you know, if Izzy draws 5 haunted houses, you know, then I'll keep one of them for her for like later in her life. Looks like I need 2 more. All right, out of the garbage you come. No, don't fall further. Stop it. So yeah, I'll just keep like a couple of them, a couple of things. I do like to take pictures. So like that is a way I have found to document her artwork is actually through scrapbooking it. And putting it into, like I take pictures of it and then put it into 2x2 pockets. And that has been a really great way to preserve her stuff, but not have to keep it all. Okay, so there we go. There's the hearts that she made. Yeah, and exactly, Pam. Like years later, you don't even really remember it. So it's okay to just, I think it's okay to just have some. And what I think my goal, I think my goal for her, for my kids, is going to be to try to take pictures at every like age. So like to make a spread of the things that she made when she was 5. And then a spread of the things that she made when she was, you know, 6. And just to have it be like this size, because that's what I did before. I think that would be a really good way to see, like, you know, her art style and how she grew. Okay, let's not bend, please. Here we go. Anyway, how she grew as an artist, that sort of thing. I think that will be good enough. Okay, so there's Monday pieces. So we're just going to stick these things in. This one, because I may not always remember what this was about, like why I even kept this. Some of these things are obvious. Like I know that, you know, Izzy made these things and that and that. Like I'll be able to always know that those are Izzy things and that that's obviously Mother's Day. But this I won't remember. So I'm going to write Mother's Day gift bag just on the back. That way I know if I ever care to pull this back out again, and I may never care to. If I do, I know what it is. So we've got that. Let's put some Lunchable in here. This was something that actually Allie did, and I thought it was an awesome idea for like keeping little bits and pieces of your day where that can help to tell a different story too, you know. This I did not quite cut skinny enough. Let me see if I can do this. Just some scissors. So I totally copied her to do that. Okay, so we've got the Lunchable thing. Let's put, this is going to be tricky. You know what I might do? Because it doesn't matter if it is fringy inside a pocket. Like that doesn't really matter, right? So we'll just tape it. Let me make sure this is the right orientation. Yep. So we'll just tape it to the back of this. That will help it to stay down. Okay. I might do the same thing, like to these. Okay, and the pockets will help to preserve them too. Like this is obviously falling apart, but it'll stay fine in the pocket. So then we can try to put this in. This will be an adventure. Let's see if we can do it. All right, get in there, you little stinker. What I want to do, I was hoping that it would just all adhere down because I don't need it to be fringe, but it can look like fringe. Come on. I tried. Okay, there's one layer down. 2 layers down. 1 more to go. And it gets all thick in here too. It's okay. We're going to figure this out. Gonna get it in there. It's the last thing I do. Come on. Okay. Yes. There we go. Oh wait, almost. Ha. 1. Oh, that's a good idea, Millie. I should do that. I'm going to do that this time. That's a great idea. Thank you. Yes. Actually, maybe that will work. Okay. I'm still going to tape it because that made that easier. And then I'm going to do that. So let me get, like, this is kind of thin. So, yes, so smart. So thick. Okay. Then come out, just you. I should have used plastic. Okay, here we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. Yes. Okay, there's my fringe. Okay, so then this one I'm gonna put over here. These heart ones. Cool. This guy can go down here because he's got like brownish color with fringe on the top. She loves fringe, cutting it at least. I should make her cut the things that I want to fringe. Like, here you go. Fringe them for me, kid. There's some Texas toast. There's my Mother's Day card pocket with confetti. There. We'll put the haunted house, I think maybe in the middle. There's haunted house. We've got, nope, put that over here because it's got that tealy blue, like the hearts. It'll bring that color over on this side. Okay. And a last piece of bag. Okay, so there is Monday's Pieces of Life, which I think is super cool. Okay, so that is what's going up next to all of the journaling. So it'll be like the pieces, and then there's like the day by day, all of this, blah, 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 right? This will fringe, or will, whatever that's called, fuse down. And then we've got one more of these, and then we'll be done. Okay. So let's do Tuesday, and then that'll be it. Okay, so here is the beer label from Tuesday. Okay, set that to the side. Okay, so this one is Jonah's Day. So for Jonah, I've got some wipes material. We'll just cut that up. Probably easier to just line it up here. Okay, and 2 inches, 2 inches, there we go. So there's wipes. My kids are obsessed, they still are now. They are obsessed with Frozen, the Frozen soundtrack. So we have the DVD, but I don't keep these portions that like go on the outside of the DVD. I normally just throw them away. But this time I was like, you know what, I'll keep it because this is like, you know, this is what they love. So that was not straight. That's better. So I'm just gonna cut this, maybe so we have Elsa's face. Yep, there we go. We got Elsa. Okay. Then we've got some Uncrustables for Jonah's cheater lunch. Let me, because that'll still be 2. Yeah. Okay, so a little 2 inch, 2 inch, and then let's see if that's enough. Nope. Okay. Okay, so that's 3 pieces. Let's go do the back. This will be 4. Line it up. Line it up at the 2. Then that. And that. So we got Tuesday pieces. This, I was considering. Oh yeah, that rips right off. Okay, so this was his diapers box that I tore a piece off. I've actually cut a piece off of it. Let's get there. So we've got, because we're in diapers right now. We're still in diapers. Hopefully next year he'll be potty training or potty trained. Probably not though, because, you know, this doesn't happen. Okay, then we've got some Jonah artwork, which I think I'll cut a few of these. Because why not? That sounds fun. Okay, so we'll do like 2 of his artwork, which is just scribbles on a paper, but hey, it's fun. Okay, and then let's see what else we got. So that was him. I've got more diaper stuff. Okay, so how many do I have? Let's find that out. Oh, and I have this that I can add to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just do another one of these. This could be number 8. Okay. This is technically Izzy, but that's fine. Again, with the fringe. She loves that fringe. This guy, I'm not going to keep the fringe though. That will be too complicated. There. So I think what I'm going to do is go maybe in line with hers. Okay. Okay. How can I... She has these eyes up here that I kind of like. I can get that to work. Yeah, that kind of works. Kind of. I got one eye at least. Okay, and do I have anything else? So maybe I'll do another one of these because I can. And then we'll see where we're at. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Okay, so maybe, can I get this off of here? Okay. Got like the edge of this. It's not quite 2 inches, but that's okay. Okay, 11. Okay, one more. Do Olaf. That's a great idea. Okay, so then we can, yes, I like that. So we can do Olaf, get him in here, and then that will be all the pieces. Let's do like a little bit down so we can get more of him in. Okay, 12. Okay, so let's just move all this garbage over here now. Out of the way. Okay, let's do this. So we've got Tuesday pieces. We'll just do what I did before. Okay, so let's throw Olaf. Okay, that's better. Okay, Olaf, there you go. So we got Olaf there. We'll do Elsa maybe down here. We've got a couple of Huggies things, so let's put one at the top and maybe one in the bottom center. Sure. Okay, we got lots of artwork stuff, so let's get one here. Get in there. Thank you. So we'll do one there. We'll do one down at the bottom. I like to go in diagonals, so like to not have them necessarily in the same row. There we go. Let's put Uncrustables maybe in the middle. Actually, I might put it here. Okay. Then I can put Wipe Stuff up here. Get in there, you material. Plastic. Okay. And we'll do one in the bottom corner. That's probably just easier. Okay. And we have an Izzy artwork to add in. And one last Jonah one. Okay, there we go. Tuesday pieces. Trying to get off. Okay, I did it. All right, so we've got the first 2 days done and done. Get in there. Yay. Cutting into my reading time. Date night. Yeah, I don't know. Tuesdays have been hard, or Thursdays have been hard to figure out date nights recently just because, you know, life is busy. But yeah, here we go. So here is where this album stands right now. So we have Monday completely done, all the words, all the things. I love these pages. Like that just makes me really happy to have those in here. And this solution was awesome. This one, you know, I still have to do my thing, but that is not a big deal with artwork. And then we have Tuesday done as well. So Tuesday, the flow looks like this. All the words, the pieces, the photos, more words, more photos. And that is that. Okay, you guys. Well, thank you for sticking with me, those of you that did. I hope that you enjoyed seeing Monday and Tuesday come together. Next week, I am going to be working on Wednesday and Thursday. They will take less time because, like I said, most of those decisions I needed to make on Monday's spreads so that the rest of them could be, you know, formulaic. There's just, you know, the decisions are made for me. It's just figuring out colors and which ones. So next week we'll go a little bit quicker, and that'll be that. So I will save my ColorCast Designs box to open next week, and then we can potentially project plan that after I get the 2 days done, assuming that I get those done in the 2 hours. So I'm sure I will. So that's just, you know, that is that. Okay, you guys. So I hope you all have a great night. And I will see you guys next week or, you know, in process videos throughout the week to come. So you guys have a good one. I will catch you later. Bye now.